We stay with healthcare and government, doctors at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital are raising alarm about how many young people are showing up at the facility with kidney disease. Children as young as 5 are now being subjected to weekly sessions of dialysis to survive. As Ghana joins the rest of the world to observe World Kidney Day, we put the spotlight on some lifestyle habits said to be accounting for the increasing cases of the condition. Matilda Gavi of our health desk has more.
Sounds from dialysis machines here at the renal unit of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. 36-year-old Mary, not her real name, is one of 10 patients lying on beds, quietly going through dialysis session. When a person is diagnosed with chronic kidney failure due to damage or disease to the kidney, the dialysis is used to remove waste and unwanted water from the blood of the patient whose kidneys are not functioning adequately. This is Mary's first session for the week. She needs at least 2 sessions a week to survive. It's been 2.5 years of a life-troubling situation for Mary, her family, and even her career.
I was having consistent high blood pressure and protein in my urine, so they actually suspected it could be a defect with the kidneys. So I was asked to do some tests and it was confirmed it's a kidney issue, so I was referred here to Kolebu, and I was on review for a while until I was put on dialysis. It's been very difficult and it's been very challenging, especially the pressure here at the Kolebu unit, renal unit. Our machines are not many, as you can see, just less than about 12 or less. And we have over length, we are over 200 patients. And day in, day out, we are getting new cases. So the long wait here is just crazy. You can wait as long as 16 hours just to get dialyzed. And it's yesterday, for instance, I got here like 7 p.m. I'm now doing it. So there are a lot of challenges here. The machines are not enough. The patients are more. We always have an emergency. So the long wait is putting a lot of strain on us. Not just on us, but our relatives that escort us here. It's been very difficult. And unfortunately here in Ghana, some other patients are more fortunate. Someone like me, it has even cost me my job because of the long wait. At a point in time, my employers were like, my absence at work is affecting the job, so they had to lay me off. So it's a bit of a challenge. Some employers will understand, others won't, because you can see you spend a lot of hours, sometimes 24 hours, just to get treatment.
Diabetes and hypertension are the most common causes of kidney disease. However, some causes are unknown. Dr. Mensa Amoa, a physician specialist with the renal unit of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, is worried about the number of cases brought to his table on a daily basis. He says children as young as 5 now survive on a dialysis machine.
So if you've had patients as young as 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 10, but these tend to be more of what we call the acute kidney failures. But they tend to be more of the acute. Acute means that some other sudden illness, maybe severe malaria or severe diarrhea, some severe infection might have caused it. Most of these tend to recover. And then we have others mostly between 20 and 40 years. That's the peak of most of the patients that we see. And like I mentioned to you earlier on, most of them still with hypertension, short history of hypertension. There are a number of them too, which when you take the information that they give to you and you examine, all that you can find is that they may have been exposed to alternative preparations, herbal medications. We are not sure which herbal medication or whatever is in them that is causing it. We are still doing research to find out what is causing all this.
For the young people, let's say the very young ones, which you say is acute, are they going to be on dialysis for the rest of their lives, or it's reversed at one point or the other?
So for most of the acutes, let's say about 90-95% of them, they will recover. So that one, the acute is well managed. But most naturally also ill from some other cause. So maybe the underlying illness, maybe the one that may kill them, but with the kidney failure, once they are dialyzed and they are treated, they get better. The kidneys may recover.
Kidneys get better, as in they will no longer need the dialysis, and it happens all the time?
Most of them, most of the acute ones. Most of what you are seeing here are what we call the chronic ones, the chronic kidney failures. For them, they are not going to recover. So they will need dialysis for a long time, for the rest of their life actually, or they will require kidney transplants.
They are going to be on this for the rest of their lives, going to at least 3 sessions in a week to keep them going. If they don't go through this 3 sessions or 2 sessions, what becomes of them?
Their symptoms will get worse. They will get more swollen, they will get tired, they will have difficulty breathing, and eventually they will pass away.
Aren't you worried as a health professional having to deal with these cases on a daily basis?
It's very worrying. Sometimes you can even say it's depressing, but we try to do our best within the limited resources that we have to provide some care to those who need it. Over the years, there have been a lot of efforts to make a lot of advocacy in terms of educating Ghanaians about kidney disease, the things that they can do to prevent them, and then to encourage people to live a general healthy lives that will reduce their risk of getting hypertension and diabetes and all these things. Because these are the main drive which is causing all these things. For those who are on chronic dialysis in this unit alone, that means they have kidney failure completely who come for dialysis. In a week, we have more than 200 patients. It's estimated that more than 400 patients in Accra are on chronic dialysis. The whole of, in a year, let's say in a year, we see about 300 patients who have come down with end-stage kidney failure. That means they require dialysis for the rest of their lives. But we have a large number of other kidney diseases, various stages. For the chronic kidneys, we have various stages, stage 1 all the way up to 5. 5 is the last stage.
What must I do to stay safe?
So we'll still go back to the basis of how these things come about. So most of them is hypertension, and most of these are related to our lifestyle activities these days. So we'll encourage general good healthy living, which include eating a healthy balanced diet. So cutting off salt intake, reducing our salt intake. Most of who eat these days have a lot of salt in it. So we need to cut down on the salt intake. We need to exercise frequently to keep our bodies in shape, to keep our heart working well, to lose weight if you are obese. And then drinking a lot of water, and then avoiding risky life behaviors like smoking, alcoholism, and then taking all those preparations that are over the place. Some of the diseases like hypertension and diabetes and kidney disease, you may not find anything wrong with it.